Remembering St. Augustine. Hello, I'm Joseph Napier, senior creator of this video short that pays tribute to the St. Augustine Episcopal Chapel in Youngstown, Ohio. St. Augustine Episcopal Chapel was founded by LENORA Evans Berry, an African-American woman, in 1907. A lifelong Baptist, her mission was the development of the Episcopal Church for the African American community in Youngstown. Miss Berry's husband, bricklayer Thomas D. Berry, son of master builder P. Ross Berry, became the church's first senior warden and treasurer. The congregation met at St. John's Parish until they were able to obtain property on Parmalee Avenue in 1912. In 1920, work began on the plans for a new church. The structure was designed by Charles F. OWSLEY, as you see here. He built the Mahoney County Courthouse, the Isley's Dairy Building, South High School, and a number of different buildings around the city at the time. Well, welcome to 614 Parmalee Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio. Parmalee is not a well-traveled area. Here you see an Episcopal ceremony being done there. Here is the western side of the structure, looking east, and here's the east side here. Here's a picture of me taking again the east as the sun is settling. It's 7:30 in the evening in Youngstown. This is September 16th, 2019 to be exact. This is a shot as I'm going around the church 360 taking still photographs. A picture of the sanctuary, the interior here, looking back. Looking at the back side of the sanctuary, and then here's the back side of the sanctuary looking forward. People are gathered on the grounds this day for the official unveiling ceremony, if you will, the historical marker, and this occurred on July 12, 2008. Here are two honor guards of the Civil War era type posted out front. These are reenactors, if you will. Here's a picture of the placard that was set up by the P. Ross and George Washington Williams Historical Society and the Ohio Historical Society. Historian Vincent Shivers is pictured here along with Barry Williams. Shivers and I have met on numerous occasions. He's an historian as well as myself of the Youngstown community. Here is pictures of great-great-granddaughter of P. Ross Berry. As she's talking to her ancestors who all came back. The descendants met August 10th, if you will, that year as they came back home, gathered. A lot from Canada. The roots of the Berry family could be found here in Pennsylvania, in Youngstown, but they moved on to abroad to Europe some, and then a lot off to Canada. A tribute to the St. Augustine Episcopal Chapel, soon to be demolished, if you will, or lowered. I'm moving from west to east here, showing the grandeur of the front of the church in its original landscape. If you see here the grounds as they were back in the day, there were houses immediately to the left and to the right of the church. If you refer to the black and white picture, you'll see how it's changed throughout the years. The staircase, as you see there, is not the original staircase. It was replaced. Also, you'll note in the black and white picture that the windows lower there have been bricked in. In the black and white photo, you can see the windows to the lower level. They probably did that through the years for security reasons. I'm on the eastern side here again, as I'm traveling along the side of the church here. The St. Augustine Chapel is the oldest African American church and congregation in Youngstown that was still in its original location and structure. Of course, the congregation was formed in 1907. The church was raised, if you will. The cornerstone was laid September 11th in a ceremony, which over 600 individuals throughout the community came to witness that. So if you do the math there, that's 98 years as a structure this church stood. What a waste. I wish they would have had this building declared on the National Register of Historic Places, and that would have saved this edifice. But a lot of people from the congregation died off and moved away. As I explained earlier, a lot of them went to Canada and other areas, if you will, and no one was left behind really to fight the fight to protect this grand structure. The OWSLEYs was a father and son team, Charles Sr. and Jr. Jr. did this project here, where his father did, like the original Mahoney County Courthouse. His son would follow in his shadow, if you will, or his footsteps, any way you want to look at it, and he would build the second Mahoney County Courthouse, which is present in downtown Youngstown, as Youngstown is the county seat. I'm showing the length of the building, if you will, moving back forward toward the front entryway here again. Here you can see how the front architecture with the crosses coming down the front facade of the church, if you will. It wasn't, I would say, well, yes, it was. It was unusual for the OWSLEYs to build something of a smaller scale. They were known to build grand buildings, if you will, the neoclassical style buildings and Art Deco and stuff like that as the age. South High School on Market Street in Youngstown was another example of their grandiose architecture style. It was always big with them. Here I'm ascending the stairwell, coming up to the security gate here, which was not a part of the original layout of the building either. If you refer to the black and white photograph, you'll see it wasn't there in the beginning. But side of the times, the security concerns would change through the years. P. Rothberry and the OWSLEYs were business partners. They did a lot of buildings, as I said earlier, in western Pennsylvania. If you go to Mercer County, you see the Mercer County Courthouse, for example. In downtown Newcastle, structures were built by P. Rothberry, as well as in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The county courthouse, Lawrence County Courthouse, was built by P. Rothberry as well. Structures in Youngstown that remain would be the old Rand School, which is now the Youngstown Board of Education building, if you will. Here's the placard again, the historical placard. There again, this video show was made in tribute to the St. Augustine Episcopal Chapel, which came online in 1921 as a structure. I take my hat off to the congregation, and I know you guys will have an opportunity to see this in the future. This documentation of sort was made to preserve the memory of this great edifice, if you will, of what was. I'm Justin Napier Sr. again. I thank you for coming along with me. God bless you.